Imagine having the money to launch or scale any business and never have to pay interest on it. Not for a few months, not just for a year, but for 5 to 10 plus years straight. And I know this might sound too good to be true, but I've personally been at 0% interest on my business credit lines for over 3 years. And my business has grown every single year because of it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works and how you can do it too. So be sure to stick with me to the end. And if you're new here, my name is Jalil Nash, and I help new business owners grow and scale by leveraging their credit. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next videos. So with that being said, let's jump in. If not having access to capital is the only thing slowing your business down, you're not the only one. Most new entrepreneurs are forced to use personal savings or wait until their business finally makes money, and that's what keeps them stuck. So when I was just getting started, I actually did the opposite. I funded my entire business using 0% interest business credit lines, and I still have multiple six figures in business credit lines today. I call this strategy the 0% rotation strategy. And once you learn it, you'll never worry about funding again. Step 1 is get your first 60,000 or more in business credit. So step 1 is simple. Get approved for one business credit card with a large credit limit of 30,000 or more. Make sure that this credit line is 0% for the first 12 to 18 months. And now this money is your growth capital that'll allow you to carry a balance if needed during that 0% interest period. This will allow you to cover the cost of marketing, equipment, advertising, inventory, contractors, etc. Then you want to get approved for another 30,000, but this time it doesn't necessarily need to be at 0%. This can be normal interest-bearing credit lines. And now this money is not for long-term spending. Look at it as backup money that kind of gives you more flexibility. And this money in particular is best used to be able to move your balances around once your 0% interest period ends. And so once you've done this, you now have 60,000 or more in total business credit lines. You have 30,000 plus in interest-free money, and you have 30,000 plus in normal interest-bearing money as well. And now this is more than enough capital for most people to start building momentum and also have enough money to be able to move some balances around later. Now, step 2 is start building out your future approvals. So while you're using that first 30,000 or so to get your business off the ground, you want to start preparing for your next round of approvals at the other banks. So you want to start building relationships with other banks that also offer high limit business credit lines at 0% interest for 12 to 18 months. So some examples of these banks could be Chase, could be American Express, US Bank, Truist, BMO Harris, and any of your local banks that are in your area that also offer these business credit products. And now here's what you do. And so once you've identified exactly which banks that you're going to build out the relationships with, you're going to go to the bank, open up a business checking account. I recommend depositing at least 2,000 or more in the business checking, and then start running some transactions through the account monthly, right? So have new deposits coming in, use a bank account, right? Hold some money in the account and just use it like you would any other bank. And the reason why this is important is because when it comes to funding, your relationships with these banks is the most important part. So I recommend that before applying for any funding, build a relationship with that bank for at least 90 days or more before applying for any business credit lines with them. Remember that banks approve customers that they trust, not strangers. Think of this as building your 0% extension pipeline. Step 3 is what I call the 60-day countdown. So when your original 0% promo is about 60 days from ending, you want to apply for a new 0% card at one of those banks that you built a relationship with over the last 90 days. And then once you get approved, you can actually take some of the funds off of that new business credit card and pay off the original card before the interest kicks in. And so you're basically just doing a balance transfer between 0% business credit cards while not paying any fees. And if you're wondering, I'm not talking about doing a cash advance or anything like that. There's plenty of ways to be able to take the funds off your business credit card without doing that. You guys can do your own research. But the result of doing this is that now you have your original balance at 0% for another 12 to 18 months. And then that original card is paid off. You have a clean slate. And so when you did this, you just extended your 0% interest for another 12 to 18 months. You also improved your relationship with 2 banks and you protected your personal credit the entire time. Now, here's an important caveat. If you're applying for your second 0% business card at the same bank, make sure that your old card is paid paid down for at least 30 days before applying for the next one. If you don't have the cash to pay it off, that's when your backup credit lines can step in temporarily. Step 4 is ask for a higher credit limit on your original card that you just paid off. So right after you pay off the original card, the bank loves you. You use the credit limit that they gave you, you paid it back, and you prove that you're responsible over the last 12 to 18 months. And this is a perfect moment to ask for even more money by requesting a credit limit increase. Now, higher credit limits means stronger banking relationships, access to even more capital, and easier rotations forever. And here's a bonus hack that most people don't even know. If you have multiple cards at the same bank, some banks will let you combine your credit limits into one big credit line, which means even more usable capital for growth, all under one account. And now step 5 is repeat this exact process every 12 to 18 months. And that's literally the game. Every cycle, apply for new 0% business credit cards. You get approved, you take some of those funds to pay off the original balance on the old one. You increase the limit on that old card, and then you just repeat this process. And if you do this right, you can literally stay at 0% forever, while your business gets bigger and your approvals get even easier. And I'm telling you from experience, I've literally done this for 3 years straight, and I've never paid $1 in interest to grow my business. And now lastly, let's run through a real example. Let's say that year 1, you get $50,000 at 0% on a business credit card. You use that money for advertising, mentorship, hiring contractors, etc. And then in that first year, your revenue actually grows. Year 2, you take the new revenue that you generated, plus the new approvals at the banks that you built relationships with, and then you pay off that old business credit card. Now you have another 12 months of 0% interest, your business continues to scale. Now year 3, you have even higher limits, your business is thriving, and you're still at 0% interest. The bank funds your growth, the profit pays everything down, and you keep all the upside. Now let's talk about why this works so well. 0% interest buys you time. Time and execution is what generates new profit. Those profits are what pay down the credit lines, and then responsibly using the money creates more future approvals for you. It's the smartest growth loop ever. And so now if you want to know exactly how much 0% funding that you qualify for, how to structure your business the right way, and how to structure your personal credit so banks actually approve you, click the link below to get our free business funding guide. It'll save you time, money, and mistakes, and best of all, it's free. Let's get your business funded the smart way. Don't wait until you have the money. That's the slowest path to your goals. So start using business credit lines exactly how the wealthy do, and money will never slow down your growth again. With that being said, my name is Jalil Nash, founder of JSN Funding Solutions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.